Hi everyone, my name is Elaine Wang. Chemistry is about the turn and growth for me. I started off my chemistry journey as an AP chemistry student in the midst of some other very challenging classes, and I decided to change my priority in learning chemistry. Instead of taking the advanced classes, which I only had enough time to cram and study for quizzes, I decided to join regular chemistry and learned some values that are more than just conceptual chemistry. Collaboration. I used to do science all by myself, and the different class setting, I think, in regular chemistry allow me to feel science more like communication and reflection on what are we learning each class. I learned to cooperate with different people and truly enjoy learning different strengths and concepts from them. And I really think the life skills in chemistry was the biggest thing I learned. So the tenets of student excellence are important because you see a different light of where we would use our skills. In 10 years, we probably would not remember how to make, say, an ice table, but I remember the discussion with Dr. Four about uncertainty in our lab and laughing at her comments about uncertainty in life. Reflecting on these values that we start to see and cherish throughout the year, I actually enjoy doing the lab and studying chemistry or science in general because before I was getting super good grades, it was because it was fun to master all these mindsets and approaches. So reflecting on the tenets really made me understand why I want to learn science.
In the reaction of sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid, the molar ratio in the equation is 2:1. In order to compare the amount of chemicals, we use the unit mole. So where do we find the number of moles? Let's say there are 50 grams of sodium hydroxide given to us. The molar mass for sodium hydroxide is 39 grams per mole. After we find that, we do the math and find there is 1.282 moles of sodium hydroxide in 50 grams. Now we want it to be fully reacted. That is, we want to use all of the sodium hydroxide. Then how much grams of sulfuric acid should we use? Remember, every 2 moles of sodium hydroxide react fully with 1 mole of sulfuric acid. So there should be more than 1/2 of the moles of sodium hydroxide, which we found earlier is 1.282 moles. So we have to get more than 0.641. Now we're clear about the molar ratio. The reaction will fully turn the reactants into products. The change will be 2x moles here as in its molar ratio, and 1 mole for sulfuric acid.
X moles of water produced, though here should be 1.282 moles of water. And there is X moles of sodium sulfate, which is 0.641 moles. The ice table gives us a clear visual of how many moles of reactants are being used and of products that are produced. The exact number can help us figure out how many grams we should measure out or get in our final product.